Welcome back. In this video, we look at distributed applications, or DApps. DApps represent a new era in the digital revolution, with promise for distributing wealth. But before we get to that, let's look at how the digital landscape has evolved into a centralized power structure. Then we'll look at how blockchain technology makes decentralization possible. Centralized organizations have held concentrated computing power for a long time. All software applications, or apps, ran on their owners' computers in the first decades of the enterprise computing. Citibank, General Motors, US Steel, Unilever, and the US federal government owned huge data centers running proprietary software. Certain companies did rent or timeshare computer power from providers like the 1980s giant CompuServe to run their own applications. The software market specialized as the personal computer, or PC, matured. Some focused on developing client apps for the PC. Some focused on server apps for the host computer. Widespread adoption of the internet allowed individuals and companies to use their computers to share information. First, it was text documents, and later images, multimedia content like videos, and software applications. Sharing began to democratize the information landscape, but it was short-lived. A new type of time sharing appeared in the 1990s, first called virtual private networks, or VPNs, and then cloud computing. Cloud computing let users and companies store and process their software and data in third-party data centers. New technology companies like Salesforce.com made fortunes by using the cloud model to save customers the big costs of developing and running their own software. Cloud services providers like Amazon and IBM built huge multi-billion-dollar businesses. Next, social media companies like Facebook and Google created services in the 2000s running on their own vast data centers. Companies like Apple moved away from the World Wide Web's open architecture to exclusive walled gardens like the Apple Store. So the trend of centralized computing continued. Large companies keep the applications they've created, processed, owned, or acquired on their own large systems, but there are red flags created by this centralized structure. Single points of control make companies and their customers vulnerable to catastrophic crashes, fraud, and security breaches. Customers of Target, eBay, JP Morgan Chase, Home Depot, Uber, and others all have felt the pain of identity theft. Systems of different parts of a company still have big challenges communicating with one another, let alone with systems outside the firm. For us users, it means we've never really had control. Other people and companies define the services that we use, and sometimes their implicit values and goals are in conflict with our own. Other people own the valuable data we generate, and they're using it to build vast fortunes, perhaps the greatest in history. Most of us get little benefit or compensation for handing over our data. Central powers use it to sell us stuff or to spy on us. Then along came blockchain and distributed applications. Now, anyone can upload a program onto a blockchain and leave it to self-execute with a strong guarantee that the program will continue to perform securely. This platform is public, not inside an organization, and it contains a growing set of resources, like digital money, to reward and promote certain behavior. We're moving into a new stage of the digital age, where we can program and share distributed software. A distributed application, or DApp, runs across many computing devices, not on a single server. All the computing resources running a particular blockchain make up a computer. Blockchain developer Gavin Wood makes this point too in describing the Ethereum blockchain as a platform for processing. He said, quote, "There is only one Ethereum computer in the world. It's multi-user. Anyone who ever uses it is automatically signed in," end quote. Ethereum is distributed and built to the highest standards of crypto security, so no one can ever mess with the data. Critical rules are built into the computer to protect its integrity. BitTorrent, the peer-to-peer file sharing app, came along even before blockchain, but its distributed nature shows the potential of DApps. At one point, it consumed over 5% of all internet traffic. Lovers of music, film, and other media use it to share their files for free with no central server for authorities to shut down. The programmer and creator Bram Cohen, who developed BitTorrent, said this: "The revolution will not be monetized." But we think generating revenue and economic value through technological innovation can be a good thing. What matters is making sure the revolution is not monetized by the few. Blockchain technology makes the possibilities for DApps basically unlimited. DApps are a new level of digital evolution. Here's just one example. The company Storage provides a distributed cloud storage platform and a suite of DApps. It lets users store data cheaply, securely, and privately. No centralized authority has access to a user's encrypted data. Storage eliminates the high costs of centralized storage facilities. It's super fast, and it pays users for renting their extra disk space. And it's censorship resistant. No single company can prevent you from accessing what is yours by right. It's like Airbnb for your computer's spare memory space, allowing you to monetize latent capacity for profit.